There was a man named Peter in a village called Herringway. He had a food joint. The food joint was very famous among villagers. Peter served their veg and non-veg food in the food joint. His food was well known in many places. That was the reason why many people came to dine in. The owner of the food joint, Peter, was a miser. He never helped any hungry man or a beggar. He often neglected them and always threw the leftover food of the food joint. There were two people who worked in Peter's food joint, who were Robin and Sam. Both of them were very good. They were very good human beings, but they had no say in front of their boss. They always obeyed their boss. One day a lady beggar came to that food joint. She looked hungry from many days. "Sir, please give me something to eat. I will be very grateful."
Hey, there is nothing to eat with us. Go from here. Don't disturb us.
"Sir, I'm hungry since many days. If you will give me some food, it will be of great favor."
Hey, Robin, take this beggar out of this place. Do your work afterwards. Understood?
"Sir, please give me food. I will be very obliged."
Go from here. I have to work. I don't have time to talk to people like you.
Mother, please go from here.
What kind of time has come? Saying this, the beggar went from there, and after some time, she felt dizzy and fell unconscious. Seeing this, Robin was shocked and he went near the beggar. Then he saw that the beggar had died. He got nervous.
Sir, this beggar died. Now what shall we do? You didn't give her food and she died. What shall we do now, sir?
Nobody saw her, isn't it?
No, sir. Nobody saw her.
Now bury her in the backyard of the food joint and make sure nobody finds this out.
Sure, sir.
Now go and complete your work fast.
Saying this, Peter sat in front of food joint to do some work, and Robin buried the beggar's body in the backyard of the food joint. He came back and get back to his work. That day his business didn't go well. That's the reason he sent the servant back home early, and he too went home early. On the way he felt that someone was chasing him. But when he looked back, he felt that
it was just his hallucination.
Oh, it's just a hallucination. Leave it. I will go home quickly. I am very hungry.
Let me see how you eat. You did not give me food to eat, na? And you are enjoying the food. Now I will not let you eat your food.
Saying this, the beggar made the food in his plate vanish, and the owner remained hungry. The other day, the owner came to his food joint and got back to work. Then some customer arrived there at the food joint, and Robin served food to those customers. Then, customer said,
Hey, what food have you served? It is so spicy. We don't want this food. Please wait. There must be some mistake done by Robin. Please wait. I will get another food for you. Oh no, we don't want another food. We are going.
Hearing all this, the owner was very angry at Robin and said,
Hey Robin, prepare food properly. Don't make it so spicy. Understood?
Sure, sir. I will do that.
Now Robin went from there, and the owner also went. And something or the other weird incident happened daily at that food joint. But the owner was unable to understand how was all this happening.
Hey Robin, why is there complaint from our customers daily? I don't understand.
I think, sir, we prepare food very sincerely. Even then, customer says something or the other. I think there is a ghost of that beggar.
Shut up. There is nothing like that. Get back to work.
Sure, sir.
Saying this, Robin got to work and went home, completing his work early. The other day, Robin came early at the food joint and got busy doing his work. Then, a big car stopped in front of the food joint. And seeing them, Robin went there to welcome them and said,
Come, sir. Welcome to our Peter's food joint.
Seeing all this, they became very happy and told Robin,
I have come here because of your food joint's fame. What's special here?
Please have the menu card, sir. You can order anything from this.
Please serve me the special dish of this food joint.
Hearing this, Robin said happily,
Yes, sir. I will get you special chicken dish and keema for you. We prepare it very deliciously.
Yeah, but please make it fast. I'm feeling hungry.
Sure, sir. I will get it in no time.
Robin went into the kitchen and served a special plate for him. He served fresh and hot food on it. He put the food on the table and went away from there. The man smelled the aroma and said,
The food is smelling good. Let me taste it.
Before the man could eat anything from the table, the plate started floating in the air. Seeing this, everyone got nervous and frightened. And that man yelled,
Ghost! Ghost! There is a ghost here!
Seeing this, he ran away, and with him, other customers too ran away. Now nobody came to the food joint since then. Robin told his boss,
I think there is really the ghost of that beggar here.
Seeing all this, I too feel the same way.
There lives a very talented priest in the neighboring village. Let us go there and see.
Yes, let's do that.
The owner and Robin left the food joint to go to the other village. And after reaching that village, Robin took him to that sage. When they went there, they saw that priest was meditating. Seeing this, the owner and Robin sat in front of him and they waited for priest's meditation to end. Then priest completed his meditation and he opened his eyes. Opening his eyes, he saw that Robin and his boss were waiting in front of him. Then priest said,
What happened, son? You look very worried.
Sir, there is a ghost in my food joint. Everyone says that. Is it true, sir?
Now priest meditated and find out that the owner of the food joint did not give food to that beggar. Now priest opened his eyes and said,
Son, you did not give food to that beggar when she came to your food joint. And she died. That's why she is doing all this now.
Sir, there must be a solution to this.
There is one, but you have to do that.
Please tell me, sir. I will do whatever you ask me to do.
You will have to burn the body buried in the backyard and offer libations of water to God for that body. This will make her soul rest in peace and never send away any hungry beggar in life.
No, sir. I will never make this mistake again. I will do as you told me. Now I should leave.
The owner left with the blessings of the priest, and after returning to his food joint, he made all the preparation for ceremony for the cremation of that body. He dug the body and cremated it. The owner never let any hungry beggar or poor go without food from his food joint after that. This story teaches us that we should always help the poor and offer food to hungry people. Never let anybody stay hungry.
A man called Harry lived with his wife Nora and daughter Zoe in a village named Greenville. Zoe was 5 years old and her grandfather and grandmother took care of her at home. Nora used to go with Harry to work in fields. Because of lack of rain in the village, drought hit the place. Villagers started to leave the village to live somewhere else, and Harry was also thinking about the same. I was thinking that we should also go to some other village. At least we will be able to live there.
Yes, it is fine. We have to do this someday anyway.
With this thought, they leave the village from town. They start looking for a house in the town. After searching for long, they find an old house. The owner of that house offers them the house at a very low rent. Harry and his family start living in the old house, but that house was a bit weird. Few days pass away. Harry and Nora were not aware that the house was haunted. No one lived there since many years. One night, when everyone was sleeping, Nora, what's going on? I can hear weird voices.
Yes, I can also hear that. I'm so afraid.
You stay here with Zoe. Let me check from where these voices are coming.
Hey, but be careful. I find this very weird.
Harry looks out of the window, but is unable to see anything. No one is here. Then from where are these voices coming?
You come here. We will see what the matter is in the morning.
After the incident of that night, both of them were a bit afraid that day. They couldn't understand from where these voices used to come. Nora goes out of the house and checks there, but she couldn't find anyone there. She knocks at the door of her neighbor, Lila. Lila opens the door.
What happened, Nora? Today you came here so early?
I had some work with you.
What do you want?
We heard scary voices last night. Did you hear such voices too?
Oh, no, Nora. We didn't hear any weird voices. But
what, Lila?
Nora, a newly wedded couple came to live in that house a few days back. They used to quarrel every day, and so that man killed his wife and hanged himself in that house.
What are you saying, Lila?
I'm telling you the truth. Now, what shall I do? This means the voices we heard at night were of those two people. Yes, Nora, this is true. But didn't the house owner tell you about this?
Lila, we don't have that much money to rent another house in such a short notice. What shall I do?
I have a solution. I know a sage. Both of you go and ask him for the solution. He will help you for sure.
Where will I find this sage?
There is a hut outside the village. He lives there. Both of you go there and meet him.
Thank you, Lila. You helped me a lot.
Saying this, Nora goes to her home.
Hey, in my opinion, let's go and meet the sage.
But why, Nora? Maybe the voices we heard yesterday was hallucination. Nora tells the entire story that Lila told her.
Hey, we will go today itself so that we come to know everything.
Yeah, let's go. Now all three of them go to the sage. Greetings, Baba. We have come to you with big hopes. What do you want? Tell me your intention behind coming here.
Baba, we heard weird noises at night in our house. This is the reason we came up to you. We hope you will give us one or the other solution for this.
Baba closes his eyes and find out everything with his divine power. Many years ago, a couple died in that house, and their souls have not found peace. To help their souls rest in peace, I will have to offer prayers in front of fire in your house. Whatever you find right, Baba. We are ready to offer prayers in front of fire. Saying this, Baba arrives early the next morning to offer the prayers in front of the fire in that house. Is the preparation for prayers done? Yes, Baba. I bought all the ingredients you asked me to get. Let's offer prayer. Baba starts the process of prayer. Don't listen to these voices. Concentrate on prayers. Now both of them get scared and fold their hands and close their eyes. The scary voices do not end. Harry and Nora get afraid a lot, but Baba takes care of that and keeps doing his work. After some time, there is a big smoke in front of them, and both the ghosts appear in front of Baba. Baba, please liberate us from here. We are in a lot of pain. Liberate us. Yes, I will liberate you, but I have a condition. You will not trouble anyone after this day. No, Baba. We only want liberation. Okay, I will liberate you right now. I will put some ash on both of you. Then both of you will be liberated. Saying this, Baba takes some ash and starts chanting mantra, and he puts that ash on them. After putting ash on them, lot of smoke spreads there, and with that both the ghosts get liberated. Nora and Harry touch Baba's feet and seek blessings. Daughter, now there is no problem in living here with your family. Now you can live here in peace. Saying this, Baba leaves the place. Now Nora and Harry do not hear those weird voices and they start living happily with their family.
Friends, the village that you see is Terrytown. The people here lived in fear. Near the village, there is a ficus tree. Yes, this is the tree on which a green ghost lives. Yes, don't go near him. Right now he is sleeping. But as soon as the sun sets, he will set out for his prey. Come, let's leave this place quietly. People in Terrytown are scared of this ghost. Why? To get an answer, you will have to stay overnight in this village. Oh my God! Who is this? It seems he is a traveler.
Listen, bro. Can I find a shelter somewhere for a night?
Yes, of course. You can stay in that house nearby. That is my house.
Thank you so much.
Please listen. Come inside the house. The sun has set.
Yes, I am coming.
What is written here? Oh ghost, come tomorrow. What does this mean?
It's evening. Everybody get inside your homes.
Keep the doors closed. It seems people of this village are crazy. What nonsense is this?
Seems like it is night now. Let me tour the village. Oh, ghost, come tomorrow? Okay, I will come tomorrow. Whoa! He is so fat and looks tasty. It will be fun eating him. It seems he wants to meet me.
Who is there at night? Yes, I am coming. Please have some patience. Help! Help! No! Leave me! Leave!
Today I will have a party. Let me call my friends too.
What is happening here? Looks like village panchayat is crowded.
Can anyone suggest any solution to get rid of this?
Chief, if you all will help me, I can defeat this ghost.
How?
Leave it to me.
Oh, this boy is heading towards a forest. But why? Do you know? Let's go with him.
Now I will change this.
Is this boy gone mad? The ghost will enter into his house and take him along. Now it's night.
Come, let me find my prey. Oh, it's written on this door that ghost come today. It seems he is eager to meet me. Oh, ghost bro, you are here. I was waiting for you. Come in. This is the first time someone called me inside his house. Aren't you scared of me?
Scared of you? But you are so kind.
But why are you crying?
I am crying on your fate.
On my fate? Tell me clearly.
There is a huge monster here. He lives in the cave of the forest. Today, when I went to the forest to gather the sticks, he held me and said, from today he has the authority over the village. Anyone who challenges him will be killed.
A monster? Is he even scarier than me?
Yes, quite huge and scary. He will smash you like an ant. You should run away before he sees you.
Run away? Me? Monster? I will go and challenge the monster right now.
Yes, Ghost Bro. He has gone to the other village today to hunt. You should go into that cave tomorrow night.
Okay. I will go and check out tomorrow. And if you lie, then it will not be good for you. Let me see how huge and dangerous that monster is. This monster can kill me. Let me talk to him from outside. Hello? Is anyone inside?
Who is this fool who wants to destroy my solitude? Don't you love your life?
I am a ghost.
Ghost? I am not scared of any ghost. If you have the courage, come inside.
Didn't you hear my laugh? My laugh is so scary. Is your laugh scarier than my laugh?
You want to hear me laugh? Here you are.
Oh my god, his laugh is very scary.
Now you would like to see my ears?
Ears? Are they very big?
See for yourself.
Oh my god, this is very big. Can you show me your teeth?
Sure, have a look.
Such a big tooth.
What happened? Are you scared?
Why will I be scared? I am a ghost. People get scared of me.
Then come inside. I will smash you and have you in my breakfast.
Hey, why is there smoke? I can't see anything.
This is the smoke that is coming out of my eyes because of the anger. Now I will burn you with the fire from my mouth.
Hey, what is this? I will get burned. Leave me. My tail. This is really very dangerous monster. I should run away from here or he will kill me.
Oh, ghost, never come back.
No, I will never come back.